Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you may be watching this video, and welcome to our STEM Parent Back to School Orientation for our junior high students.
Hello, my name is Britta Carter. I'm the Director of Academic Excellence and Advanced Programs for K through 12 with Dickinson ISD.
And my name is Nathan Robinson. I am the STEM Program Specialist, so all things STEM and Dickinson ISD, I'm your contact. Our STEM program in Dickinson ISD, our slogan, Imagine, Design, and Solve. Most of you have been in the STEM program with us before in 5th grade, so this video today is going to be an overview of some updates, changes, and different things happening within the program. So what is STEM in Dickinson ISD? In Dickinson ISD, STEM education is our hands-on approach to teaching and learning our students, which allows them to have advanced academics while solving real-world problems using a design-based thinking and preparing them for future and giving them some exposure to those STEM careers that are also important. Our mission is to increase student achievement by engaging students in hands-on teaching and learning, where students learn to apply academic content by creatively solving our real-world problems with design-based thinking. Our vision is to provide a continuous pathway so students are successful from 5th grade all the way into high school and then eventually into college and their future careers. So in Dickinson ISD, STEM is a little bit different than a normal class for a few different reasons. So first off, we have our selection process. So all of your students were selected either in 5th grade or maybe new this year. And those students have gone through a rigorous evaluation process where we look at grades, assessments, attendance, behavior, and a few other things to make sure that they are going to be successful in the program. Every semester, we have interdisciplinary projects, which are a project that spans over all 4 core classes to help students make those connections between how all of their core classes are connected. We do lots of projects. So you'll see students that learn about their standards, but then they take it to the next level with some type of project that could be career-based or real-world based to apply their learning to what they're doing in the classroom to something out in the real world. Most of our students are in our GT clusters or advanced academics. So in STEM, the way our curriculum is lined up is to where students are actually taking high school classes when they get to 8th grade. It's our ultimate goal, which we'll touch on here in a few slides. We also get to go on field experiences, the best part. Our students love going on field experiences where they get out into the real world and apply their classroom learning to something that is tangible and out in the real world.
So throughout the school year, we really focus on our STEM core values. We want them to have these soft skills that they will need to use when they go graduate one day from high school. They start that very early in our STEM program, and we're very proud of that. Items that we focus on are respect, perseverance, responsibility, leadership, fairness, and time management. That is so critical, as we know, as they transfer from junior high to high school, to have those time management skills. Some of our STEM fluency skills include critical thinking, collaboration, active listening, adaptability. We really want them to think critically in all of their learning, no matter what class they're in. So this is a snapshot of what our Advanced Academics website looks like. There's different areas that might interest you, like gifted and talented if you have a GT student. The STEM program, obviously what we're talking about right now. Academic competitions, so you would just click on that button and it'll give you more information. And you can find all of this on our website with that address below. One of the things that we've added this year is the math acceleration flowcharts for grades 6 through 8, as well as the science.
So last year, you might have heard your student talk about Brainiac. So in 5th grade, students have Brainiac, which is done 3 days a week, and is a time for them to explore STEM activities, whether it be careers, robotics, disease investigators, all those fun things that make those real world connections. Junior high works a little bit different. Because of the way their schedules are set up in junior high, each grade level at each campus has a makerspace cart. So depending on what project that teacher has chosen or is doing for the specific topic, they will roll these carts around and have all the supplies and all the things needed as they do these projects. So it's not a strict time like fifth grade, but more fluid and based on what the teacher's doing in their classroom in junior high. So some of those things that go along with that makerspace cart that we have available to our STEM students, which they really, really love, is 3D printers. So you might hear your student come home talking about using the 3D printer or pens. We have something called Ozobots, which are little coding robots that students use in math or RLA, different classes. Like I said before, we have makerspace carts. We have something called microbits, which are these little coding chips that Microsoft puts out that we're able to use, and students can code different things. And then we have all kinds of STEM career materials that are at our students' disposal throughout the school year. So if your students come home talking about all these cool things they're doing, this is all part of the STEM program.
So some of our top changes for 26-27 include adding 2 new curriculum-based courses called Pre-AP Biology and Pre-AP Algebra 1. We've always had Algebra 1, but now we're adding the Pre-AP component. And Biology is a brand new course this year. We had that before several years ago, and we have brought it back. Both of those use nationally recognized College Board curriculum. For the second year in a row, we will continue our probation monitoring, and we'll explain that in a minute. All of our courses are advanced level honor courses in the STEM Academy, and you can see if you look in Skyward that they are now labeled, for instance, Math STEM honors. We've also added a new campus to our overall program. We've added 5th grade Ruth Laird to the STEM Academy. Here are some of our STEM course pathways so that you understand what your student took in 5th grade and what they'll continue to take through the 8th grade. You'll see that with the addition of biology, our science pathway has changed a little bit. Students will take a pre-assessment in 6th grade in the spring to determine if they will continue on to the biology pathway to take that in 8th grade, or if they'll go into a science honors class. Also, if you look at this slide, you'll see the exact curriculum that each student takes at each grade level, and how it progresses and what they'll end up taking in 8th grade. In 8th grade, we have these courses that are considered high school credit, which is the Pre-AP Algebra 1 and the Pre-AP Biology. As we said, we are committed to supporting our students' success. One way we do this is through our probation process. The purpose of probation is to monitor the student to make sure that they're being successful in their classes. We run a report every 9 weeks to check their progress. How long does probation usually last? Well, generally it lasts for 9 weeks, and this depends on the student's individual needs. So reports are run like UIL grade checks. We run them every 9 weeks. We run and check for their grades. We check for their attendance, and we also check for their behavior. You will be notified, but you can also check in Skyward and check their grades periodically every 9 weeks to make sure that they are on track. But we will notify you after checks have been completed if we feel like they need a little more intervention. So we require that students maintain a grade of 70 or higher in all their classes, that they do not have out-of-school suspension or go to alternative school, and no more than 3 days placement in ISS. They must be present at least 90% of the school year.
Each January, our applications open. So as fourth graders, your students applied for fifth grade. If they're accepted in fifth grade, then you're already in the STEM program. If you maybe are joining us this year, so you applied in January. Every year, they're open for the month. If your student is a returning STEM student, then they will get a survey that they do with one of their STEM teachers on campus, and they ask them some questions about their favorite projects, what they like and what they enjoy about STEM to help us improve our program. And then it asks them a very important question if they would like to stay in the program for next year. If the student chooses no, then I will contact you and we'll make that decision together based on what we talk about. So just know those open every January. So to help our students and help our families completely understand everything that we're talking about today, we have a participation contract that you sign as a parent and the student signs together. This just ensures that we're all on the same page and our students are successful in everything that they're doing in the program. So depending on your campus, they will decide how they're going to collect these. So usually it's one teacher that's in charge of those participation contracts. Look for more information from them. This year, the junior high contract is a teal color, so that it's less easy to lose. And those are all due back to campuses before September 18th. So be on the lookout from that and your campus's teacher. So communication is one of those very important things in education, and here in Dickinson ISD, we take it very seriously. We have multiple ways to communicate with you. The number one is Skyward and Parent Square. We'll use those constantly. So Skyward is mainly for you to check your students' grades. You may receive an email or two from there. There's also a calendar that helps you keep track of things that your student is doing, and you can also look at their schedules. Parent Square is our awesome district communication tool that allows you to get notifications from us through text message, through email, or phone calls. You'll notice those from your teachers, from me, maybe from the district itself once a week. So it is a great tool to communicate through text messages or things like that. So be on the lookout for Parent Square. Your student is automatically enrolled along with you every year into that Parent Square portal, so you're good to go. We also have our Dickinson ISD website. There's always a plethora of information on there about all things happening in the district, so I encourage you to go check that out. And you can always follow us on social media. We're both on Facebook and X. So our field experiences are always a good time. Our students love getting out in the real world and applying their knowledge from the classroom into something out there in the big wide world. So every grade level gets one STEM field experience per school year. We'll talk about where they're going to go here in a second. But one important thing I want to remind you about, if you are volunteering as a chaperone for one of these field experiences, make sure that you contact whoever is running that field experience for your campus and grade level. And the morning of, you must go to that campus, check in, get one of those fancy visitor badges, and then you may follow the buses or meet us at the location of the field experience. So that's just one very important thing to make sure that all of our kids are safe and we follow all of our safety procedures here in the district. So the thing everybody wants to know, where are we going? So our tentative plan right now is for fifth graders to go to the Houston Museum of Natural Science. Our sixth graders are going to go on an awesome trip to the Port of Houston to see our international commerce. Our seventh graders get their hands dirty out in Galveston Bay Foundation in Kemah, looking at the environment. And then our eighth graders are going to go visit the Houston Holocaust Museum. So this is our tentative plan. Things can change based on availability and things like that, but this is what we're planning on so far for the school year. Some important dates. Everybody wants to book their calendar for the school year. So some very important dates for us. Our biggest event of the year is our Dickinson ISD STEM Expo, which happens at Crayons every February. This is a great place for all of our students to showcase their amazing work. We have hands-on displays, we have community vendors. So I encourage you to come out, mark your calendar, visit us, and see all the amazing things we are doing in the STEM program. As we get closer, I will share plenty of more information about the expo. But you can mark your calendar February 25th, 5 to 7, Crayons Junior High. We also are going to celebrate STEM Day here in Dickinson ISD. So it's a national day dedicated to all things STEAM. In Dickinson, we're going to celebrate on November 6th because technically this National STEAM Day is on a Saturday or Sunday. So this year on November 6th, your students will have all kinds of fun STEM activities to do in their classroom, and we encourage you to come volunteer maybe on those days and see what's going on with all the National STEM Day. If you have a 6th or 8th grader in the STEM program, this year we are bringing back the Dickinson ISD Science and Engineering Fair. It's going to be an awesome time for our students to do a little bit of research in the science world. So if you have a 6th or 8th grader, that is going to be a requirement of them for this school year. So more information will be passed out as soon as we get closer from your science teacher, but just know this is a requirement of 6th and 8th graders in the STEM program. Don't worry, we did not leave out the 7th graders. If you are a 7th grader, you are required to do the history fair. So think science fair, but history based. And more information will be shared about that as we get closer from their history teacher. So again, 6th and 8th graders is science fairs required. 7th graders, it is the history fair that's going to be required.
Both of these events will, if you have a GT student, they will count as their TPSP projects for the year.
So we do have a few partners here in Dickinson ISD and on our STEM program. Our biggest partner to the STEM program is our STEM Booster Club. So we'll give you a little bit more information about that in a little bit. However, they are a huge supporter of our program with volunteers, funding, and all kinds of different things. We do partner with University of Houston Clear Lake for some of our projects and activities. Galveston Bay is one of our big partners. They come do classroom visits. We also go to their places and help us kind of get that environmental aspect when we're doing those science projects and things. HEB has been a great supporter in the past with different supplies that we need as we come to those projects. And then MI Lewis, you may have seen them. They're local here in Dickinson ISD, and they're always willing to send volunteers, help out with supplies, cardboard, all kinds of things that we need for our projects. So we are very thankful for all of our partnerships we have with our program.
So we have a STEM Booster Club. And this year, if you would like to be a part of this Booster Club, please let us know. We encourage you to sign up. It's only $15 a year per member, and we fundraise and we share it across all STEM campuses. We're always looking for STEM volunteers to help out in the classroom. Every little bit helps. We do various activities with community outreach and community events. They help out. Our STEM Booster parents help out with things like skate nights, spirit nights, and of course, our annual STEM Expo. So we have several positions available, and we would love for you to participate either as a volunteer, or we also have these leadership positions available. Because our cohort has run its course and we have parents from 5th grade through 8th. We are looking for a new board of positions such as president, vice president, treasurer, community liaison, and event coordinator. If you are interested in any of these positions, please let me know. Email me or call me on that number on the screen. We will have a meeting and we'll go over all these positions and we'll discuss all our plans for the upcoming school year.
All right, so I know you probably have some questions. So here are some frequently asked questions that we get all the time. So do you have to apply for STEM each year? So like I said previously, we do have an application that goes out every school year. If you are a returning student, it is very simple. They do it at school in class, so nothing for you to worry about. And you'll only be contacted if your student puts something on that survey that warrants a parent communication. Is the STEM Academy a GT program? No, it is not an official GT program. However, many of our students that are in the STEM program are GT classified, and we do plenty of advanced academic and GT type projects and rigorous materials. So can my child participate in extracurricular activities? 100%. We love our students to be in band and robotics, quiz bowl, UILA plus, all the things that they love, chess. So they're a normal student, just like any other student at Dickinson ISD. They are just enrolled in those STEM core classes. And then do STEM students change classes? Yes, they change classes just like any other student. Even in 5th grade, they're changing classes. So again, they are a normal Dickinson ISD student with those specialized STEM core classes.
Nathan and I would like to thank you for taking the time to preview this presentation. We always appreciate your support. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to one of us. If you have specific STEM questions, reach out to Nathan. If you have questions about advanced academics or GT, reach out to myself. Our information is on this slide deck, and we will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we look forward to a great year in Dickinson ISD with our STEM academies.